You know, every single one of us, at some point in our lives, has looked at someone else and thought, asterisk, they're doing better than me. Asterisk, maybe it's that friend who seems to have it all figured out, the one who drives a better car, wears better clothes, travels to places you've only seen in pictures. Or maybe it's someone in your class or your workplace who seems to get all the attention, all the praise, all the luck. You scroll through your phone and you see highlight reels of other people's lives, smiling faces, dream vacations, success stories, and suddenly your own life feels smaller, quieter, less significant. But I want you to stop for a moment and think about this. Who told you that your journey was supposed to look like theirs? Who said that the pace of your progress must match theirs? Somewhere along the line, we began to believe that our worth is measured by how we compare to others. We started to believe that success is a race, and that if someone's ahead, we must be behind, but life doesn't work that way. It's not a sprint, it's not even a marathon, it's a path uniquely yours, and the truth is, no one can walk it better than you. See, comparison is one of the most subtle thieves of joy. It doesn't take from your wallet. It takes from your peace. It whispers in your ear, you're not enough. It convinces you to overlook what's good in your own life because you're too busy staring at someone else's. It makes you chase shadows instead of substance, and before long, you start to lose sight of your own value. But let me remind you, your worth isn't up for debate. You don't need anyone's success to validate your purpose, and you don't need anyone's failure to justify your progress. We all start in different places. Some of us are born with doors already open, while others have to build their own doors. Some have the right connections, the right timing, the right opportunities. Others have to fight for every inch. But the measure of your life is not where you began, it's what you build from what you have. You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You can't measure your behind, the scenes against their highlight reel. Every person's story is written in different ink on different pages in different seasons. Think about nature for a moment. The sun doesn't compete with the moon. They both shine in their own time. The rose doesn't envy the lily. Both are beautiful in their own way. But humans, we have this strange habit of measuring our worth by someone else's yardstick. We've forgotten that the only person we need to be better than is the one we were yesterday. You see, the danger of comparison is that it makes you forget who you are. It blinds you to your own gifts, your own potential, your own voice. You start to mimic instead of create. You start to follow instead of lead. And that's when you lose the magic. The thing that makes you asterisk you. Asterisk, there's something inside you that no one else has. A talent, a vision, a dream, a fire. But if you spend your life trying to be like everyone else, you'll never give the world the gift of your originality. And make no mistake, originality is rare. It's powerful. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the best version of you. So, when you look around and see others doing well, don't feel threatened. Be inspired. Their success is not your failure. Someone else's victory doesn't mean your defeat. Their light doesn't dim yours. If anything, it shows you what's possible. But the world we live in today makes that hard. Social media, for example, it's built on comparison. It's designed to make you measure your worth in likes, followers, and filters. It's a constant reminder that someone always seems to be living a better version of life. But remember, people post their best moments, not their hardest ones. You don't see the sleepless nights, the doubts, the failures, the sacrifices. You see the trophies, not the trials. So don't let someone's highlight reel make you question your own story. Behind every perfect life is a real human being, struggling, learning, trying, just like you. Let me tell you something. The people who truly make an impact in this world aren't the ones who spent their lives trying to be like everyone else. They're the ones who embraced their difference. They're the ones who dared to stand out, even when standing out meant standing alone. The innovators, the artists, the leaders, the dreamers, they weren't comparing themselves, they were creating themselves. There's a freedom that comes when you stop comparing. A freedom to grow at your own pace, to make mistakes without shame, to celebrate others without envy. When you stop trying to prove your worth to the world, you begin to live with purpose. You start to focus on what truly matters. Your growth, your learning, your journey. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with admiring others. There's nothing wrong with learning from those who have walked the path before you. But the line between admiration and comparison is thin. Admiration inspires you to rise. Comparison convinces you you'll never measure up. One fuels growth, the other fuels insecurity. So when you look at someone who's ahead, don't ask, why not me? Instead, ask, what can I learn? You have to understand something. Life's not a scoreboard. It's not about who gets there first. It's about getting there whole. The person you envy today might be envying someone else. The person you think has made it may be fighting a battle you can't see. You can't know the weight someone carries just by watching them walk. That's why comparison is such a losing game. It's built on incomplete information. When you stop comparing, you start appreciating. You start noticing the small victories, the progress that nobody claps for, the growth that happens quietly. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but you're not where you were either. That matters. Maybe your dreams are still under construction, but you're laying the bricks one by one. That counts. Every small step forward is still a step. Every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, it's shaping you. You see, greatness isn't built overnight. It's built in the moments nobody sees, the long nights, the doubts, the persistence, the faith. And when you start focusing on your own race, your own pace, you begin to realize something powerful. You are enough. Not because you've achieved everything, but because you're becoming everything you're meant to be. There will always be someone who seems to have more success, more talent, more luck. But there will also always be someone who looks at you and wishes they had what you have. That's the truth. Everyone's looking up and down the ladder, thinking someone else has it better. But what if you stopped climbing someone else's ladder and started building your own? Your journey is yours. Your timing is yours. Don't let anyone rush you into believing that you're behind. You're not late. You're not early. You're right on time for your story. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in autumn. Some rise fast, others rise strong. What matters is that you rise. There's something powerful that happens when you shift from comparison to gratitude. When you start counting blessings instead of shortcomings, you begin to see that you already have more than you thought. You begin to see that your path, with all its bumps and bends, is teaching you something you could never learn by walking someone else's. Every setback, every delay, every detour, it's preparing you for something uniquely yours. And I know it's not easy. Sometimes you'll feel left out, left behind, overlooked. Sometimes you'll question whether your efforts matter at all. But that's when you need to remind yourself you are on your own journey. The pace doesn't matter. The direction does. Keep moving forward. Keep becoming better. Keep your eyes on your purpose, not someone else's progress. There's a quote I once heard that stuck with me. A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms. That's what you need to do. Bloom where you are. Use what you have. Grow through what you go through. Because the world needs your bloom, not your comparison. You don't need to shine like someone else to be bright. You don't need to sound like someone else to be heard. You don't need to move like someone else to make progress. What you need is to believe in your own path, trust your process, and stay consistent. Because when you do, you'll realize something beautiful. Your lane has always been enough. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't start your day scrolling through what others are doing. Start your day by asking yourself, what can I do today to become a better version of me? Compete with your own yesterday. That's how real progress is made. Because at the end of it all, you won't be remembered for how much better you were than someone else. You'll be remembered for how much better you became than you used to be. You'll be remembered for how you made others feel, how you lived with integrity, how you stayed true to your path even when the world tried to pull you into comparison. So don't compare, create, don't envy, evolve. Don't chase someone else's success. Build your own. And when you do, when you stay focused on your lane, when you commit to your growth, when you celebrate others without losing yourself, you'll find a peace that comparison can never give. Because peace isn't found in having what others have, it's found in loving what you already do. It's found in the quiet confidence that your journey is enough, that your pace is perfect, that your story is still being written, and it's going to be one worth reading. And one day you'll look back, not to compare, but to see how far you've come, and you'll smile, because you'll realize that the only person you ever needed to compete with was the one you were yesterday. That's growth, that's freedom, that's where real success lies.